What's going on, guys? Kelly back here again with some more Bill Burr. This one is on his brother used to record his parents' arguments. That's kind of funny, guys. I never used to record my parents' arguments, but that shit was always hilarious when I was a kid. This is Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Conan O'Brien, one of my favorite comedians of all time, one of the best people on the pretty much the TV, guys, but he's kind of canceled his show now, so he just has this online podcast. So let's see what he's got to say, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys like my content. Loads more coming, guys. Come on.
Like kids and animals.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
It's a nice startup. That's
something.
A starter kit.
It's something. That's a step in the right direction.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
No, they say
Jesus.
I didn't mean
No, they
to.
say that's
No,
what
you know what? I'm old enough to. I'll never satisfy you. That's a step in the right
They
direction.
say that is what would separate you from, say, a sociopath, a serial killer, is that you care about animals, you care about children.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's good. That's good
There
news
you
for
go.
you today.
Because I've taken those polls. You ever see that poll? Are you a serial killer?
With a test.
Yes, I
after
have,
the
I have
fourth-
taken that test. It has not gone well.
Yeah, exactly. After the fourth question, you're like, all right, let's. I don't need to take the risk.
Do you laugh
Am
at
I
the
a
pain
late-
and misery of others? I think we got that one.
If it's on TV, and I don't like. Look, I don't. I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, no, I think I do. Every time I saw that guy wipe out on his scooter, oh, it was amazing. He was this older guy.
Well, that's always funny though. People falling always.
Wait, an
That
older
is
man
funny.
was on a what?
Bro, my neighbor watched me faceplant when I was younger, and it was the funniest thing. I thought I was doing parkour. It was the funniest shit.
on a
ever.
scooter?
He was on his scooter.
Too funny.
He was riding like a Harley, and he came whipping out. It was one of those. I was on the other side of the road, and there was this concrete divider, and he was going too fast, and he couldn't make the turn, and he hit the concrete thing, and he high-sided and went like up and over, just like landed and just slid on his face.
Oh my
And I had to stop my car, right? And I was the first guy there. And he had rolled over on his back, and I walked up to him, and he was just like, unconscious, just going like, it's like spitting teeth.
Get to the funny part.
Oh my god.
The funny part is when this cop finally shows up. The guy was like fucking like 55. It's like, should you have been retired by now? When did you start becoming a cop and you're still driving a cruiser? So he
Jesus.
pulls up and just completely could give a fuck. He just walked up to the guy. He had his hands in his pockets and he just looked over and he just goes, "You all right?"
Oh, man. He doesn't care.
Yeah, it was.
You'll relate to this. When I was a kid, I don't know if you ever saw this, but there was some Christian network. Back then, there was nothing on TV. There were a couple of channels. There was never anything good on. And there was this show that we used to watch that was made with sort of claymation puppets called Davy and Goliath.
Oh, yeah.
And they always supposed to have a good moral about how to behave. Davy was a boy who would sometimes do naughty things, and then he'd learn his lesson, and it was put out by some association of ministers. I swear to God, my brothers and I would watch this because you would flip the channel, and they're bowling on one channel, and there's a Catholic Mass on the other channel.
The bowling's
So you'd
fun.
watch Davy and Goliath, because at least it was a story, and there was some claymation.
Right.
Anyway, Davy and Goliath go camping with the dad and the mom, and Davy goes off and he sees a well, and or he sees a beautiful natural pond, and he finds some paint, some raspberry paint, and he pours it into the pond, turning it all bright, red. And
It's a big bucket.
and yeah, huge, but was a little pond, and then he's laughing. He says, "Look, Goliath, I made a big thing of raspberry goop," and then the father comes in and yells at him and says, "Look what you've done!" And all the animals are gathered around, and they can't drink from this pond anymore because it's been ruined. My brothers and I were laughing so hard. We were crying. We were laughing so hard.
Jesus.
I'm telling you, I understand exactly what you're talking about. I think these animals ended up dying. And my brothers and I are on the floor laughing that Davy had said, "Look, I made a big thing of strawberry." It's terrible. I'm sorry, but
There's no reason to apologize.
Yeah,
they were
there is.
claymation animals.
No, there is.
Like nobody
There
died.
is.
You know, did you ever pour raspberry paint into a pond?
No, I
So
saw
it's
that.
fine.
But if I had,
You can sit there and laugh. You know what I love is when Davey every once in a while would get into a fight, he would get the shit kicked out of him. Because it was claymation, it didn't have the money. His hair was still perfect, and then they just put a couple of strands of clay on his forehead to indicate that Davey got his ass kicked.
That's so funny.
They have no
Claymation.
idea what we're talking about. This show was on 65 years ago.
Yeah. But I'm trying to explain our childhoods. This is what it was like back then. There's nothing to watch, nothing to do, and occasionally someone in the house would lose their temper in a way that would frighten you, and then it was never spoken about again.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. My brother, I don't know if I'd ever tell you this, my brother was like a genius, man. My parents used to argue. He had a dual cassette boombox, and he used to record the argument and then put music underneath it.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
And one of the greatest ones ever was he put Led Zeppelin No Quarter, which has this really, John Paul Jones plays this haunting keyboard. It was right there. It was scored perfectly because it started off slow with them going back and forth and then gradually, and just Robert Plant, close the door, put out the light.
Oh, man. That's genius.
And right as Bottom's drums, came in. My dad, fuck, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Dude, and we used to listen to that fucking thing for like years. And then we finally played it for my dad, and he laughed his ass off. He's like, he liked it. I thought it was hilarious. He thought it was fucking hilarious. He never understood anything. We had him watch The Great Santini one time, hoping that he would get it, and he didn't. He ended up just loving the movie. And just walking around going, I am the great Santini. We're like, no,
No, it's about a dad who's very abusive to his son.
Yeah, who loves his family but doesn't understand that he's slowly killing everybody.
Yeah. And your dad watched that and thought, thank you for showing me
He thought
this uplifting film about how we should all behave.
it was like Sleepless in Seattle. When Harry met Sally.
That's so good. Bro, Bill Burr is just a comical genius. He knows exactly what to say, when to say it. The dude's a legend, guys, so can't really ever hate on him, man. Please even comment some of the other things to react to by Bill Burr, because I don't really get to listen to him too much. I'm too busy reacting to like to rap videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I appreciate it so much. I love you guys all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.